Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to the VIV Business Presentation. My name is Brian Dalmaso and I'm a partner with the company, and I'm pleased and privileged and honored to be presenting this business model to you here tonight. And for those who don't know me, I just want to give you a little bit of background on what this industry can do and has done for me, and also where I'm coming from. So I started off the first part of my career as a mechanical engineer working for the General Electric company right at 17 years old. And about 10 years into that, GE closed rather abruptly. Kind of taught me a life lesson about not putting all your eggs into one basket. Um, Up until that point, I only had that one revenue stream. I didn't know about MSIs, multiple revenue streams, and creating your own economy. So then I did a few other things. I did some solar engineering, did some outsource engineering, and eventually shifted gears and studied architecture and construction, and started my own design build company. So that was my first step into entrepreneurship. I still have that company, and kind of taught me how to start to build my own economy. The only downside to that was back in 2006, 2007, if you know anything about construction or real estate, again, I still had pretty much just that one revenue stream. So that kind of took me out at the legs a little bit, not all the way down, but definitely out, and caused me to think a little bit and say, man, I really need to start diversifying my income. And around that time, maybe a little after, somebody had showed me a business model similar to this one, where you could leverage your time and really franchise and duplicate and leverage and build something for residual income. So what you're going to see here is a form of that. This industry has changed everything for me. A couple of years ago when I started with this company, I decided to become a seven-figure earner, and I put the gas down with the education side of this. I started training with network marketers from around the world, some of the top people that were earning 7, 8, and even 9 figures in this industry. And it just really caused me to open up my eyes towards entrepreneurship. It's where I met Bob Proctor. I now work with him, teaching and coaching, training all over the world. And I really can't say enough about what this industry can do as kind of like a gateway to entrepreneurship. Or if you're a seasoned business owner, I weave this in. I work a 5-hour-a-week business model. I have several other companies that I run more full time. This is a nice piece of the equation to smooth out the highs and lows and to really build yourself a recession-proof business model. So let me get into the presentation here again. The name of the company is VIV, which stands for Live, and the tagline is VIV Life Better, or Live Life Better. And the marketing and branding for this company is just really off the hook as far as the quality and the back office and things of that nature. So VIV is it's a digital platform. It's a technology platform, very similar to Airbnb or Uber. And Uber is the largest car company in the world, but they don't sell any cars. I want you to think about that. All they did was they used technology to revolutionize an industry. And the same thing with Airbnb. They book more room nights a month than any other company, or actually all the other ones combined, but they don't own any real estate, or maybe a little bit, but they don't own all these hotels. They simply use technology to revolutionize an industry. And if you think about Airbnb, I mean, not everybody, probably 1 in 5 people, if I was to ask everybody here, we could do a poll, probably only 1 of 5, 1 of 4 people have used Airbnb. But they're over a $30 billion global empire, and they're growing very rapidly. So VIV is very simple, very similar. We're using technology. We're using online platforms to revolutionize some key industries. And the reason why I mentioned those other companies is, again, 1 out of 4 or 5 people have used Airbnb. But ask yourself this, individuals and commercial or corporate, who do you know that uses electricity? Or who do you know that uses cell phones or landlines? Who do you know that uses internet, cable, TV, security? All of these services, right? The answer to that is, it's not a loaded question. It's really everybody, right? Our demographic is everybody, but yet we're using technology very similar to what those companies did to revolutionize some spaces. And the fact of the matter is, there's more than $60 billion a year that are being overcharged in things like internet, cable, cell phones, dish TV, electricity, to people like you and me in all 50 states here. And if you can really go back to maybe a decade ago, it used to be that internet bills were like $29 a month. And if you look at your own bill now, most of you here, it's got a 2 in front of it, $229 or $249. I know people over $300 a month for bundled services and internet. So these have been creeping up and up. And what our company's doing is we're negotiating. We're taking advantage of this space where people are getting overcharged by over $60 billion. I want you to think about that. This is not something I'm making up. These are statistics and facts. We're getting overcharged in this country by over $60 billion a year. And what we've done is come up with a really neat model to negotiate and claw those monies back and put more money back in your pocket. So guys, the deal is you upload your bills onto the platform and we lower them. Whether it's you or your grandmother or the General Electric company itself, we can work with individuals and large commercial all over the country in all 50 states to not only help people and reduce what they're getting charged, but we make money doing this as well. So it's a very harmonic business model where we're helping first, we're saving first, and getting paid second. This is what it looks like. It's called autopilot, right? And we can use our phones, we can use laptops, we can use iPads, whatever you want. And we simply click on the bills that people might have. If it's your relatives, friends, and family, they get electric, phone, cable, internet, whatever they have. You go to the platform, you click on what they have, you take pictures of their bills, right? We can either download these from the internet, from the providers, or you can take pictures of physical bills, or you can scan through your scanner onto your computer. But we need digital copies in one way, shape, or form. And we just drag and drop on our platform these bills, and they get uploaded to the VIV company. And from there, our part's done. We're not the negotiators. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff other than playing a 2-minute video that talks about, it describes the customer process and uploading their bills. Once that happens, we go to work, and the customer gets an email like this. And this one here is actually my dad. And I have this here because he was a little bit stubborn about what we were doing, a little bit skeptic. You know, he's 75 years old and kind of set in his ways. But, you know, this is relationship marketing. So I said, hey, Dad, I got your back, you know. And he said, okay, you know, here's the bill. Well, this is what he got. We saved him over $1,250 over the next 24 months on something he was going to pay anyway. Like, we're not convincing people to use electricity. I don't have to convince somebody to use electricity, to use their cell phones, or to use internet. I want you to really think about that for a minute. If you're in sales, you know, if you're selling something like essential oils, you got to sell the benefits to somebody on something they don't know they need and quite possibly don't think they need. Here, I don't have to sell an individual or a company on using electricity. We're literally just taking something they're already doing. We're not changing a buying habit, and we're reducing what they pay. There's no risk and there's no downside to it. And when we do that, we get paid off a percentage of what we save. So you can see here, my dad saved a little over $50 a month just on this one bill. And you can see down the bottom, the fee for that is 50% of what we save. Right? So this is all dead money. These people can't go out and negotiate their own stuff. They don't have the group buying power. They don't know where to look or what to say. And quite honestly, they're not going to spend 40 hours a week trying to research to save $50 a month. So this is a very unique field for us, and we're the only network marketing company in the country that's doing this. So we have market share, first market movers share, and we're going viral all over the country right now as we speak. So this is what we're doing. We're lowering bills. Here's another one from one of my realtors. We saved her over $1,800, and again, you can see here is about $80 a month. But plus, you get an upgrade. I want to note that too. We don't just negotiate bills. We get upgrades. She got 8 times faster internet, and she also got free Netflix. And I do want to highlight here too, be very, very clear, we are not changing providers. We're not switching you from AT&T to Verizon. So we're not reducing your benefits to save you money. You keep benefits or get better ones. You keep the same exact contract, same exact provider. Everything stays the same for the customer. If we save you $100 a month on your internet, we're just going to bill you $50 on your credit card. And that's how the VIV platform works. That's how we also make money as distributors or consultants. Another thing on the platform, and this is a standalone business in and itself, is we have the Getaway travel platform. I use this extensively. We just went out to LA for a week, and it was a group event, and there was a block discount rate, but I was able to use my own portal and save more than even the block rate. So everywhere I go traveling all over the world, I use my own portal. It's called Getaway, and it operates very much like Priceline or Expedia, except it's mine. It's my own thing. It's my own portal, and it's through the VIV company. So I can look up anything. I can have my friends use this. We can give a link that people can share. They can book travel right through our portal, and we get points and earn commissions and all kinds of things off of that. So here's an example of me going to the Aria last year. I just had it up here as an example. You can see that I paid a little over $1,100 on my portal, and I went to Priceline, which was the next closest competitor. And you can see here is over $1,500. So about $360 savings just on one trip. So very, very strong for vacations and also for businesses where they have a lot of business travel. This is very, very strong platform. And again, that can be a standalone product in itself. Another thing on the platform is something called Metacall. And Metacall is a Zoom-based service, just like we're doing here, where you can get on a Zoom call with a nationwide network of doctors 24/7, 365. If you have medications, if you have elderly parents, if you have conditions yourself, if you have young kids, there's no co-pays. You can just jump right on, get a prescription filled, or you can jump right on and they will diagnose your child that might have a throat infection or an earache, and you can get prescriptions right over that Metacall. So it's good for up to 5 people in your family. So again, another very strong product that we have on the platform that a pro member would get. Excuse me, I just had to take a drink there. So guys, on the platform, we have everything from managed services, which is like the Metacall and then the travel portal, to negotiated services, which is really the flagship because it costs the customer nothing to upload their bills, whether it's residential or commercial, to concierge services and then audited services. And the audited services is another large commercial tool that we have where we can go into medium to larger size companies, and we can audit all of their bills. This is a little bit different than a negotiation. We can upload bills like sewer and water and cable and electric transmission, things like trash removal, cleaning services, magazine subscriptions, and our team will audit all of those bills going forward for free and lower some of those things. And whatever we lower, we get half of. But the real powerful part is we can do up to a 4-year look back. Right? We can go back up to 4 years on these companies and claw back monies that they've been overcharged. And these can be massive 5, 6, and even 7-figure commissions for us. This is one of the things that really separates us in the industry is we have the ability to earn large commissions just off of marketing our services, even if we don't choose to build a team. So very robust set of suites and things that we have on the platform, whether you're an 18-year-old kid or a professional 50-year-old salesperson. All right, another thing we have in the HVAC space, again, this is the commercial. This is good for restaurants and buildings, anywhere with heating and cooling equipment or walk-in coolers and freezers. We're able to retrofit these products in the energy efficiency line and reduce energy costs by 10 to 30% guaranteed. This is not an opinion. We actually have case studies and we have pilot programs where we prove what we're going to do before they have to actually purchase. So very, very powerful, high commission product. And you can see here, here's an example of a VIV consultant that did a 117 location convenience store, saving the client over $500,000 a year, year after year after year. I want you to really think about that. These little units have about a 7 to 11 month ROI, and we actually have 12 and 24 month leasing programs that put people right in the black from day one. And it was about a $60,000 commission for the VIV Life consultant. So very, very powerful stuff here, guys. Everything from 18-year-old kids with cell phones all over the country building little businesses to large corporate salesmen working in corporations and buildings and things of that nature on the commercial side. So a very robust platform we have. I'd like to say we got something for everybody that might want to start a home-based business. All right, guys, so again, this is a platform. It's a digital platform. Every single thing you need is a business in a box. We have all the website and the branding. We have landing pages for ClickFunnels. We have affiliate links. We have explainer videos for every single product that we have. We have commercial, residential, customer tracking, everything you need. It's a business in a box on your website, even your own personal branded website. And again, it's under $200 startup for this business. So it's very insignificant cost if you're serious about starting any kind of a business. I don't know anything you can start any lower than that and have so much right at your fingertips. So very, very powerful suite and very powerful back office and branding that you have right out of the gate. All right, so that's a little bit about the company and the products and what we're doing and the services we have. I'm going to show you a little bit about how we earn commissions in this company, and then we're going to open up for a Q&A for a little bit before we get into our weekly training. So what we do is very simple. We teach this at a 6th grade level. We enroll a few customers. We have videos for all of that, and then we help others do the same thing. We teach people. We plug into a system that exists, and tonight is actually part of that system. If you're interested in starting this business, it's not up to you to spend hours and hours a week teaching people or piquing interest. You send a video. If it piques interest, you can bring them to this Tuesday night, and we explain everything. And then we also teach people how to run their businesses. So we enroll a few customers. We help people do the same thing. I myself have a 5-hour-a-week business model broken up into Tuesday nights at 7, Saturday mornings at 10 for an hour, and then 3 to 5 appointments for the week. So it's something I weave in to my construction customers and my consulting customers, and it's kind of an added benefit, if anything else, to people that I'm already working with. So guys, there's 5 ways to earn here, and everything from a $75 commission for a pro membership all the way up to what you saw was a $60,000 commission on a small commercial, to it could be 7 figures on a large commercial. We get paid upfront commissions on a lot of different ways, and that's the personal sales commissions piece of this. The second way we get paid is level pay, and this is where you start to leverage. This is very similar to like a Keller Williams real estate model, where you can have your own business, but you can also share this with other people, and you get overrides on their businesses. Just like a Keller Williams agent can sell homes, but they can also recruit other agents, and they will get paid up to 7 levels deep if those people keep recruiting and recruiting and recruiting. So we get paid up to 6 levels deep, and we get paid to unlimited width, which means you could show 5 people, you could show 50 people, or you could show 50,000 people. There's no limit to how wide we can build this business and earn overrides all over the country. And as those people start to share level 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you start to get paid on that as well. So extremely powerful business model with no commissions caps. There's absolutely no caps to how big you can build this business. And so we teach people everything from earning a couple $100 a month, all the way up to 6 and 7 figures a month. It's whatever you want. And again, it's a powerful model, being that we're dealing with cell phones, internet cable, electricity, things of that nature. So the third way we get paid, guys, is weekly base pay. And this is different if you are in the industry. This is different than a one-time rank advance bonus. If you're an employee at a job and somebody gives you a Christmas bonus, well, that's nice. Here's a $5,000 bonus, but that's nowhere near as powerful as giving you a $50 or $100 bump in your pay every week for life, right? So we're always better getting a weekly pay raise than we are getting a one-time bonus. So that's what VIV has chosen to do. When we rank up, we don't get big bonuses. We get weekly pay, and we get it for life as long as we're maintaining that rank. So you're talking about getting paid out, for the next 30, 40, 50 years, depending on how old you are. And this business is willable, I think, to 2 generations deep. So it's sellable and willable, just like any other business. So the weekly base pay is very, very powerful. Everything you can see here to $100, $500, $1,000 a week, all the way up to $5,000 a week for people that are building big businesses all over the country. So a very powerful way that we get paid there. The fourth way we get paid is generation pay. And I'm not going to get too deep into this, but it picks up after level pay. When you start to be a leader in this company, or even an early level leader at pace setter, you start to get paid generations deep. So it would be pace setter over pace setter. And there might be 30 levels of businesses in between you. You would get paid on all 30 levels. And eventually we get paid up to 4 generations deep, which could be hundreds and hundreds of levels. That's more of a leadership thing to keep people working as they build businesses that go into the 5 and 6 figures a month. Leadership pools, right? We get 2% corporate profit sharing at the partner level. It's the platinum partner level, to be specific. And at that level, you're in a pool of people where every quarter they take 2% of the profits and they split it up amongst a few people that are in that pool. And then we get another 2% at the executive level. So we have a chance to get into some pools where we're sharing up to 4% of the entire company's profits. So very, very powerful, something similar to what I had at General Electric Company when I was working there. All right, guys, so here's sort of a matrix. There's 3 ways, there's actually 4 ways to come in. You can see the value. If you're here tonight and you want to lower your bills, it doesn't cost you anything to try. There's no commitment. You're committed to your providers, your cell phone, your internet, electricity. But as far as we go, you upload your bills. If we can save you money, we're just going to charge you 50% of what we save. So you can come in and just be a customer and try it out, or you can become an affiliate. Now, an affiliate you can do for free as well, and it's a first level of business. Well, you don't really own a business at that point. All you're able to do is upload customer bills. So I don't really recommend this for anybody that wants a business, but let's say you were an insurance agent and you already had 10,000 customers and you didn't want to build a team. Becoming an affiliate would be a way for you to sort of double dip on your entire customer base, so things of that nature. So you can come in as an affiliate. Our entire team comes in as pro consultants. I feel that's the only way to really start a real business or a fulfilling business, because you're going to get paid on all 5 ways. To me, it's very important to maximize commission structures. And you can see here the host of features that we have for being a pro consultant. The biggest thing is you get to be a pro member as well as a customer, right? You get the travel portal, you get the Medi-Call service, you get something called Tech Rescue, which is almost like the Geek Squad at Best Buy. And you also get something called, it's built off of Rapid Funnel, and I'll show you that. It's called Outreach, which is a little digital app that helps you build this business. Really, really cool. So all of that comes bundled up. You get the VIV Rewards, which is really like credit card rewards, except it's almost dollar for dollar. You don't need 7 million points to go on a trip. We can go on a trip for a few thousand points, and there's all kinds of trips and rewards, and you can get coupons and gift cards and things of that nature. So the rewards are a very, very powerful thing. And we also get 20 points towards some of the bonuses, 20 customer points. You can see here that they've set it up to be very strongly weighted towards being a pro consultant and a pro member. All right, here's the Outreach app. I was telling you about this. So if you've ever been in business, imagine having a tool right at your fingertips where you could share little videos, little explainer videos with anybody in your network, and it would tell me when you open the video. So you send a little 2-minute customer video, brother, explaining how we do this and seeing if he wants to be a customer. And this little app tracks with analytics, and it'll tell you when somebody opens up that video and watches it. So you could send the video to your brother, and your little alert would come off on your phone. You could then call him and say, hey, if you get a chance to watch that video, what did you like best about it? So this is just a way to use technology to really be effective and see who's watching videos and who's not. It tracks analytics. From here, they can get into a whole host of other videos by themselves. Once they get that first video, it kind of opens up a gateway. So if you send one video and all of a sudden you see that somebody's watched like 6 or 8 of them, you'll know that they're probably highly interested in starting this business for themselves as well. So that's on the pro membership as well. All right, guys, so again, this is under $200 for a startup. You could either see the value and just become a customer, get with the person who brought you, and there's nothing wrong with that if you want to kind of test it out. Become a customer first with whoever brought you. Or if you decide that you want to start your own business and your own model, you can do both and become your own customer. The average savings for a VIV customer across 3 bills, if you upload 3 bills, is $1,150. I want you to think about that. Right, the business is less than $200 to start at $69 a month. On a monthly basis, ongoing from there, and you get the pro membership. But think about that. The average customer savings when somebody uploads 3 bills is $1,150. So there's really no risk here, guys. It's just a matter of uploading your bills, and if you want to start a business, we're going to answer some questions on that next. All right, so you have an ability here to join a community of entrepreneurs. Well, what does that really mean, right? You probably hear something like that before, or join the family. Well, right from the top down, our CEO, our chief sales officer, and chief technology officer have strong corporate backgrounds, strong industry backgrounds, and you can meet them with some of the videos on the main page. But even the field, people like myself in the field, a lot of us have varied backgrounds in corporate, mechanical engineering, architecture, construction, leadership skills, and we're some of the trainers that I've created this community where you can really get some real-world business advice. Instead of just lip service, we have professional trainings, and we can help you build a serious business. We can help you craft a weekly method of operation. We can help you build out your calendar, learn how to peak interest, learn all kinds of sales skills, and we give that all free here on a week-to-week basis. So when you say you're joining a community of entrepreneurs, it's not just some fluffy comment I'm making. There's actually a team of professional people that can help you grow and scale really in whatever business you're in. We have a lot of realtors. We have a lot of people in insurance and finance, a lot of stay-at-home moms, a lot of teachers. And just by being a part of this community, they're able to scale and grow and leverage their lives, not just this VIV business. All right, everybody, so that's the presentation. I'm going to open up for any Q&A on anything you've seen here. If you have a question, just feel free to unmute yourself, and I will do my best to answer your questions.
Hey, Brian, when guys come in, as you had mentioned, they get 20 points for themselves to be a pro consultant. If they don't make that decision right off the bat and they come in as an affiliate or maybe just a consultant, and then they finally go to the pro consultant, 20 points for themselves, or they're uploading their bills, being their first customer. How does that work?
So we get 20 points for being a pro member. It's actually for being, you're actually your own customer at that point. And I don't recommend that people come in as an affiliate. And there's a couple of reasons. If you want to test this out, just become a customer. Get with the person who brought you, become a customer. If you decide you want to become a pro consultant later, we can move those customer points under that person. But there's a downside. If you become an affiliate, you actually start the clock. And your own customer points will not count for you towards your fast track bonuses. So I want to be very clear. If you want to test the waters, become a customer, not an affiliate. The affiliate is really set up for businesses. Like I said, if somebody's an insurance agent and they have 1,000 customers and they just don't want to build a team, they can become an affiliate for free and just leverage it, just upload customers, right? I want to be really clear on that thing. It's a good question. But we get those 20 points for being a customer, not a pro consultant, but a pro member as a pro consultant. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you're getting those four. You're getting, I mean, I saved over $8,000 on that travel platform last year alone. Like our suite of services is ridiculous. It's just amazing. The medical, I know people that I don't use that myself. I'm pretty healthy. My kids are grown. But I know people that use that quite a bit. And very, very powerful services we have there. So good question. Any other questions? Anybody new or even existing? Hey, Lewis, what's up, bud? We got to get you unmuted.
There
you go. There you go.
How are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Good job. Hey, quick question on anybody that might get confused about the how you equate the points that you get for like say one bill, like your cell phone bill. How many points, or how is that that scale done? Like you get a cell phone, just a cell phone bill. Is that so many points? Electric bill, so many points, or is it by the amount of the bill?
I can help you with that. So whether it's residential or commercial, on the residential side, when you enter a bill and it's qualified, which means it has to be qualified that it is something we can negotiate. If you entered a bill from your grocery store, like we can't do nothing about that, right? So if it's a qualified bill, you get 1 point right out of the gate, and then as we negotiate it, the more we save, the more points we give for the bills. You know, I've had some 50-point bills on some small commercials. I had an 8-point individual personal bill because we saved $1,800 or something like that so the points, you get one for every bill no matter what, and the more we save, the more points we get. And the points are for rank advancement and weekly pay, right? So two different things. We get monthly residual income, cash income, from every single bill that either us or anybody in our teams upload, from your grandmother to the General Electric company, right? So we're getting monthly residual income every single month, 6 levels deep on cell phone, internet, cable, TV, things of that nature. The points that are associated are for rank advance, and rank advance is what unlocks weekly pay. So the two different things there. It was a good question.
Can I add to that, Brian?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so if we think about it like this, guys, so when someone signs up for a pro member, right, they're paying $189 to get in. That's first and last month of their membership, their pro member package with all the benefits, okay? So I wanted to clarify that. Number two, it's worth the 20 points, right? So we just came off an amazing training. I know Christian was there, Kenny was there, Shane was there, so many people were there this weekend. We really simplified things. The basics of what we're doing, we're literally signing people up as pro members, right? Getting 20 points for ourselves, and then we want to help them get their bonus, right? That's the primary. We want to put the money back in their pocket. So what do we need to do? You know, Lewis just mentioned how many points are bills. Well, we want to go out and put 10 bills in right away, as fast as we can with them, right? 10 qualified bills. They're only worth 1 point each until they're negotiated, but that would put them at the 30 points, right? Very simple. So you go out, you get your 30 total points, you got 20 for your membership, 10 for your bills that you just put in, and you're at 30, you get your money back. Now, as those bills get negotiated, obviously we know it's a lottery ticket, right? Some are going to be worth more. The points go this way. For every $150 saved, okay, for every $150 saved up to $1,500, and that could be over a year or 2 years, whatever, it's 1 point for every 150. So 10 points for 1,500. Once it goes above that, and now to give you an example, if someone saved $301 on a bill over the course of a year or 2 years, that would be worth 1 point for the first 150, 2 points up to 300, and just that $1 would trigger the third point. So that would actually be worth 3 points. Is that clear? So 150 points, I'm sorry, 150 in savings equals 1 point up to 1,500, and then after 1,500, it's 2 points. Okay, I mean, it's 1 point for every 200 after that, up until another larger commercial, deal. The bigger commercial deals, that's a different strategy right there. But, we've seen bills, regular common residential bills worth 10 and 15 points, residential. And forget about some of the commercials. So it's really, the bottom line was pro members, right? 20 points, and then earn yourself the $150. Go put in 10 bills. And that is gonna, if you do that with 4 other people, you build yourself to a P160. You got the points for that, and that's the entire building block of this company. That's it. You don't have to think about anything else. That is the building block. So I just wanted to add that.
No, it's good clarification. I do want to keep it real simple here, guys. So I wouldn't get too hung up on, what you're getting for each bill and things like that. Just the thing, you become a pro member, enter your own bills. You're going to be at like 24 points or something. Talk to your mom, your brother, your sister. Talk to like 3 people. It doesn't take a whole lot, and don't worry about what you're going to get. The bills, you'll see it in your back office. I just want to make sure we keep this at like a 6th grade level.
Brian,
what's that?
Brian, I got some 6th grade information for you.
Okay.
Kevin Marino shared on Saturday.
Sure.
How cool is it that, think of something like Kleenex. When you think of tissues, people don't say, "Can I have a tissue?" They're like, "Can I have a Kleenex?" Even if you're not handing them a Kleenex, if it's another brand.
Mm-hmm.
But people that create a brand, VIV, nobody's doing what we are doing. So how cool is it that someone else down the road, it's just the way it goes, is going to try to one-up us, try to do it, and people are going to be saying, like what VIV does. We do like what VIV does, only we do it this way. We are the brand. We are it. We are what people are going to compare to. I mean, I just, that excited the hell out of me Saturday. We were first. We're the first ones. We're the brand. We're the Kleenex of,
I love that.
Of this industry.
No, thanks for bringing that up, brother. That's a good point. It's definitely where the brand is going. So, guys, I want to make sure, does anybody here have any new questions? If we have any new people that are not consultants, because we're going to move into the training section shortly. I want to make sure we get anybody new. If you have any questions on how to enroll, how to become a consultant, how to upload your bills, and then if you're new, you're more than welcome to stay on. But this would be at the point too. We're going to move into the training section of this presentation. Anybody have any onboarding or how do I do this type of questions? All good? Awesome. Yeah, no, that's a good point, Russ. I love that, and I didn't think about that myself. You're right. We're the first. We're breaking the way, and everybody else is going to be, give me a Post-it. It's like, well, that's a sticky notepad. It's not Post-it. That's just the name of the company. We're going to be very much the same way. What I want to focus on here tonight, and I'm going to need some help from Matt and Kenny, maybe some other people, is just talking about commercial. Because the one thing I see is that people are jumping into commercial way too fast. They don't have the 30 points. And they're just trying to go after that large ass carrot, which could take a year, to bear fruit if it's a large commercial, 6 months to a year or something. Just big companies don't move fast, guys. Yeah, you can make 6 or 7 figures on a commission. That's great. But this business is about duplication and speed, right? Become a pro consultant, upload your own bills, show 2 or 3 people, get past 30 points, and then just start sharing the business model. My personal suggestion to all of you is I wouldn't even be thinking about commercial until you're a P160. It's you and probably 4 people that have each gotten 30 points. You'll have, I don't know, a few $1,000 in your pocket. Your team will be up and running. It'll be duplicating. Would you rather be out there trying to close commercial deals yourself? Or would you rather have a team of 500 people each putting one a month in? So let's make sure we follow the business model. And it doesn't matter your background. My background's, fairly significant. I did not neglect to just go right out and get 50 points, to be honest with you, before I ever even thought about doing anything commercial. So, but that being said, I do want to talk about commercial because you guys have some questions and how do we do it? So if you're brand new, there's a difference between small commercial and large commercial. And I'm not going to get into the, crazy what that is, but if it's a standalone restaurant or something, or it's probably a small commercial. Standalone anything, small buildings, probably small commercial. Large commercial is when they're spending more than $100,000 a year combined in utilities, things like water, sewer, cable, electric, trash removal, all combined. And if they're on the cusp, don't worry about that either. You just submit it and the platform will figure it out, the people behind the scenes. So in small commercial, it's no different than your grandmother, right? You can go into anywhere. You can say you got phone, cable, electric, things of that nature. You can upload those right on your platform, depending on your relationship. Now, if for some reason you don't feel comfortable, like it's a conflict of interest, and I do have people that, hey, I'm the executive assistant here. I don't really want them thinking it's my business. Then just get with your upline, get with one of us, and it's just a simple conversation, right? So if you're in that category and you want to bring this into your place of employment, just say, hey, I know somebody. I have a friend or a colleague. They go around to companies just like ours all over the country, lowering all of their overhead costs.
Nice.
I don't exactly know what they do, but I know that it's free to try, and it's probably worth a 5-minute phone call. So really what you want to do is sell a phone call or an appointment. Now we do have an email, and we do have marketing, we do have flyers, we do have pamphlets. You're going to have more success if you can sell the phone call than just sending somebody an email. That being said, we do have emails and we can get those to you, but my personal opinion, I've done this with quite a few people, if you can just sell peak interest, if we can lower all of the operating costs of this entire company, would you give my friend 5 minutes on a phone call? Like, how do you say no to that? Especially if you're a chief operating officer. We can lower all of the operating costs across the board for this company. Would you give my colleague or would you give my friend 5 minutes on a phone call? Does that make sense?
I did.
Because an 8-year-old kid can say what I just said. But if we start to get too complicated about 150 points for that and all these numbers and facts and figures, it doesn't become duplicatable anymore. So let's make sure we're sticking with simplicity and using the tools, the videos. Like there's a whole bunch of us that can answer the commercial questions. I'm more than happy to do it. We got a bunch of people, Kenny, Matt, all kinds of people here can answer those questions. So I just want to make sure we're kind of staying with integrity into what network marketing it is. You should be able to press play, peak interest, and then use some other resource, which could be one of us, to help you close whatever deal you're trying to close. On the large commercial side, on the audited side, I think that, I know actually, Kenny and Matt, you can probably answer this. Do we have a new simple commercial video that we're using? Did that come out? I know they're making one. I don't know if it came out though.
I think it is in the outreach app. I'm not sure if it's in our back office yet. I can double check and take a look, but I know Kevin Marino had mentioned that it was already in there.
Okay.
I have not watched it personally yet.
So I know we had an email floating around that was pretty lengthy that had a lot of information for corporate, and I can get that out, but sooner than later we'll have just a short, concise video so that you can pique some interest with that. I'm talking large corporations now, big stuff, not mom and pop stores. So why don't we just open up for Q&A and with commercial or really anything. Actually, before we do that, I want to promote two things. You guys should have seen in your back offices and emails the tickets for the summit coming up in, what is that, September, Kenny? September.
8 through 11 September.
8, thanks, Bill. Don't not go to that. If you have this business and you're in business for yourself and you don't go to that, you're really not in business. And I don't mean to be so blunt, but it's, if you're in insurance and you have your Series 7, you have to keep renewing that. If you're a realtor, you have to keep renewing things. Well, in this type of a company, there's things you just have to go to that, in my opinion, are non-negotiable if you want to be successful. So if I was to flip that phrase around, if you don't want to be successful, don't go. If you do want to be successful, I would go to that. Go to that summit. We have people coming from Texas, all over the country to that thing. Already booked, done deal. They're all coming. Yeah, Lewis, my man.
Florida.
Florida. Nice, brother.
Already reserved.
Good.
Kelly.
So, yeah, actually, why don't you guys chime in? Where is everybody coming from?
Kelly.
Cali,
Lake Worth, Florida.
Florida,
Michigan.
Michigan,
Texas.
Texas, Kathy. Woo.
Texas.
See, Texas is in the house, man. We get some challenges coming up here, guys.
New York.
Jersey.
Jersey,
California.
California,
New York.
New York, awesome.
Warner E.
Maryland, right?
Yep.
So guys, we can either be successful or we can make excuses, but we cannot do both. I would get those tickets. Now that's if you want to run a business, all right? Now, I have something else that if you do desire to get to 5 or 6 figures a month, and that's not everybody. I mean this honestly. Not everybody's willing to do what it takes or has a desire to get over 10,000 a month. But if you do, if that is something you're saying yes to, then you will also get your GoPro tickets, right? That's in December. We all went last year. Anybody that went knows it's just part of the business model. We learn from 7, 8, and 9 figure network marketing professionals out there. You learn from people like Tony Robbins. That's where I met Bob Proctor. Changed my entire life. $350 ticket. I was 3 months in this business. I went to the GoPro Mastery and I saw that man speak, and it changed my universe and a bunch of other people's too. It's a ripple effect. So if you're serious about your business and you want to get to those type of levels, shoot me a message. You can do it here if you want. I'll write it down. I'll reach out to you. And I have a block of 100 GoPro tickets with more than 50 of them already gone. And the reason I do this, guys, is to cut the cost down, right? We cut the cost from like $500 a piece to $260 because I bought a block of tickets. So get with me on that. All right, why don't we open up for Q&A on commercial or really anything for the next few minutes here. Anybody have any questions?
Hey, Bri, it's Jason. What's up, buddy?
What's up, handsome?
Hey, man. Good. Thank you. Hey, real quick, and it might be a stupid question, but I certainly don't mind asking stupid questions. An HVAC guy who does a lot of, commercial, it would make a lot of sense for him to look at this, if even just for that, that HVAC unit.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say to you guys. Yeah, our industry, our company is different. If you've ever been in network marketing before, you need to throw it out the window because we have people join this company purely to market the products and services, even if they don't want to do the MLM piece. Anybody that's an HVAC tech, they can add that to their bag of tools. And Jason, and if they're big enough and they want to, they can get certified to be an installer for us and get a whole book of business on the service side of things in their given state.
Wow, that's phenomenal. Okay,
you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Now, I know like electricity or whatever the supply is in 10 states. Is that unit in 10 states or 50 states?
No, everything else, electricity, supply, residential.
Right.
That's the only limited product we have in 10 states. Every other thing you see is in all 50 states. And I want to be careful here too, because we offer electrical in all 50 states for large commercial.
Right. Good.
That would be under the audit side of it.
I love it. All right, I'm definitely going to get you on the phone with one of my good buddies. So
yeah, no doubt.
Thanks, man.
Cool.
Hey, Brian, I have just a quick question.
Sure.
A real simple question. You mentioned medium business, medium commercial. What is that?
Yeah. So it's not to the dollar, but loosely speaking, they have to be spending more than $100,000 a year combined. And I'm talking about electric, cable, phones, cell phones, internet, dish, trash removal, magazine subscription, like all their combined spending. If it's $100,000 or more, we can offer our other set of services, which is the audited services, right? But every single company here, listen to this one, guys. You cannot walk by a building in this country where we can't lower their bills. I want you to take that one in. You cannot walk by a building that has services where we can't impact them. For the most part, you can't walk by another human being unless they're an infant, where they are not a customer.
What about a church?
We
Like
can do church,
churches?
government buildings, municipals, schools, churches. There's no restrictions.
Okay.
Yeah, good question. So Ivan just texted me. He wants his GoPro ticket. Anybody else looking for GoPro tickets?
Hey, Brian,
Yes, sir.
we never even asked the mayor about the municipal lowering their bills.
No, I know. I know. That's coming.
That's a big deal. I don't know how, that building is huge.
Yeah, we could start there if they wanted to.
Absolutely.
Brian.
Hello.
So one other thing in the toolbox, last Thursday, Rob McFadden and I were on with a Dunkin' Donut chain. And that question, HVAC, came up, and the owner of the chain, actually, her husband is HVAC, so that televac is going to be another topic. But then Rob went right into the tax option we have now, too, with Courtney. So that's huge right now to play with the tax option that we have within V.
Yeah, is that individual or is it corporate, though?
Both.
Okay.
Rob brought that right up to my to Monica when we were talking about her Dunkin' Donut chain, and
So that is a good option, although we don't have the clear toolbox to implement it yet. Do you know what I mean?
well, just to do the audits right now.
Right. But I don't know if we have the clear channel or the clear paperwork or like a 2-minute explainer video. My point is, like, introducing that. It's fine for you because of your business background, but if you sponsor an 18-year-old kid tomorrow, I wouldn't start talking about tax audits.
Well, it's just another option that V has with the tax option. That's now another one of our services. Right.
So this is the way I would do it, guys. If you're getting any size commercial, even a large commercial, even a large one, I see people going right after audits and they're missing the blindness right in front of them. Even large commercial, cell phones and internet. Like we have 5 or 6 things. We can go boom, 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 boom. But let's start with the things that are no hassle, easy to do, very fast. Let's start saving them only one way, because you can just keep the conversation going, right? Cell phones, internet, cable TV, things like that. Then we can get into the audit, and then we can get into the HVAC, and then we can get into tax audits and things like that. So make sure you're not trying to hit somebody with 40 things. When we can just get in right on our own iPads and start uploading some of these simple things. That's a good option. And see, they'll have explainer videos on that pretty shortly. That's what I'm waiting for. Anybody else, any questions, comments?
Real quick, Brian, I agree with you 100% on the tax thing about, even mentioning it to people, because it'll make you crazy. But if you are a pro member right now, you do get a free analysis, a free tax session. So just if anybody doesn't know that, okay?
I didn't know that, Matt. How do we go about doing that?
I didn't think most people did. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know how to do it. But I know.
Yeah, it's part of the package there, and they got a different website. It's VPro at youcanbookme.me. So it's on there, but it's a benefit for all pro members.
Do you have that? Do you have that exact link by any chance, Joe?
I do. I'll see if I can put it in the chat.
YouCanBookMe.com.
Someone type it in the thing, but honestly, Brian.
I just typed it.
Perfect. Brian, to your point though, right now, even if you were to get a customer that was interested in tax stuff, they have to go to a link, they have to book, then they have to mention your name or your ID number. It's not 100% set up yet, okay? It does work and it is open, but it's like Brian said, it's not, they haven't done any videos yet on it. So it is not something that I would just go off, but for yourselves, even for your family member, a family member can go on there if you found value and spend $100 and get an analysis, and you get paid for that as well. So it is open.
I would say, guys, use it sparingly, but I would not be trying to duplicate this in my team.
One thing last night with Rob McFadden, too, in the know, if you go back to last night's recording, listen to that. He went over that briefly, but he described exactly what's coming forward.
Perfect. Any other questions or comments, guys? I always want to keep these as tight as we can.
Yep, I have a quick question.
Sure.
Once you make someone an affiliate, if it's under 30 days, can you switch them back to a customer?
Yeah, you can always switch them back to a customer at least for now, because the company's small enough.
Mm-hmm.
I would just be real clear up front. If somebody's wavering, I'd say just be my customer, check it out. If you want to become a pro member, that way you get the customer too. And this is just my opinion. I'm not signing affiliates because if they do want to move forward, it shortcuts their points towards their fast track.
Right.
If they upload 10 bills and then go to be a pro consultant, they're at 0 points.
Right. So now if they do switch back to customer, does it stops the clock until they go to pro consultant?
No, I don't think so. I don't know what that would do. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I would just be real clear on either customer or pro consultant. Just my opinion. You know, personally, guys, I'm not looking for people that are kind of half-assing this. I'm really not. I'm all done with that. Like, they either want to be in or not, and either way is fine. I promise you, there's a whole world of people that see this and that are getting after it. And some of them are on here and they're hanging out in Texas and California.
Just real quick on the duplication side, one more time, Brian.
Sure.
Because as we grow, I don't have all the answers either, and I know that that's not a bad thing, because as I'm able to find my answers, I'm able to show hey, this is doable to my team as it builds. And I'm getting that question about how we negotiate like business energy bills when it's a fluctuating bill. And what I gathered here today from you is essentially like I don't need to tell them it's not something that you really need to worry about right now. What we need to do is we need to get our 30 points, and we have an upline. If somebody was wanting to go after that we could then just refer to you or Matt or somebody like that. Is that what I was hearing you say?
Yeah, something like that. This is why I encourage all of you guys to make this a core part of your business. We could have 100,000 people on this and answering questions in group. You know what I mean? You don't want to get bogged down. I don't want to get bogged down at either. The answers in the back office and the videos. But that's why I encourage you guys to make this a key part of your business. And we send out the links too. We send out the replays. And there's also a VIV Success Network YouTube channel where all of these replays live. So I think it's important that we train and learn in groups as we scale to 100,000, over 1 million associates, which is going to happen.
Got it.
Anybody else? Oh, so it looks like Rowdy, you guys already used it, huh? $3,800 refund you were owed. Where'd he go? He split? He might have taken off.
Hey, yes, it was pretty within just, I'd say less than a minute of her looking at our return from last year. She said, hey, they forgot to do this on your taxes. It's about $3,800. And she recommended we went back to our tax people from last year. And they said, yes, they overlooked it, redid it. And then after that, we told them we'd no longer be using them. And we've in the process of been switching our taxes over.
Nice. I love that. Love it. Love it. Awesome, everybody. Well, I got to book to an 8 o'clock call here. Hopefully you guys found some value in this. Until next week. Be well and God bless. Don't forget we have our Saturday morning 10 o'clock Eastern tech splits, and I know there's a few going on in different parts of the country here. But if you're local and you want to jump on that, it's a real good thing. We just build our businesses together, keep it simple. So until next week, be well and God bless. We'll see you soon.
Night, man. Thank you.
Bye.